Did you have anything specific in mind?
No, just the feeling that somehow his death was connected with the Collins family, or the boats, or the cannery.
I mean, it's a pretty broad swath of all the things that matter in Collinsport, huh? And we're back. I am Joel Sharpton, one half of the Articulate Coven, and this is my watch of the OG supernatural soap opera, Dark Shadows. This is episode 67. If you are just joining us, I strongly suggest going back and joining, honestly, at the very beginning. We're all going to take this journey. You should do it with us. The eagle-eyed viewer might notice a slight shift to our camera angle, but also the artwork behind me has been shifted around too, to better highlight the two that I wanted to feature in this show in particular. I hope you all enjoy that. Let's get into this thing and see what happens next as Roger Collins tries to continue to clear his name in the death of Bill Malloy.
But believe me, if he had been there, Burke wouldn't have been shooting off his mouth the way he was.
Mother says Burke is simply a bitter man who'll stop at nothing to get even with the Collins family.
She also said he was capable of murder.
Now see, episode 66, that's how you do a cold open. Maggie and Carolyn, two of our players for this episode.
Well, either Burke lied or Pop and your Uncle Roger lied, one or the other.
It's very confusing, isn't it?
Sure is.
Good morning, ladies.
Speak of the devil.
Fascinating.
What about
This? Oh, first of all, beautiful transition that I interrupted there. My apologies. You know I like it when they make a good transition, and they haven't made one in a couple of episodes now. But yeah, that's a great one. Speak of the devil, you couldn't have thought of a more fascinating subject. What about Burke Devlin? But man, nobody thinks more of themselves than Burke does he? Strutting in there with a woman he's accused her father of perjury and accessory to murder or homicide, and you know, throwing him in the jailhouse for all those years. And Carolyn, who he's done those same things about her uncle.
Bill Malloy was a good friend of mine. He was a friend of everyone in Collinsport.
Yeah, except possibly one person.
Mrs. Johnson, Bill Malloy's housekeeper?
That's right.
Well, are you through with me now?
Sound relieved.
I don't think we're going to meet Mrs. Johnson on this episode since we've already got our 5 players here, Carolyn and Maggie and Sam, Burke, and the sheriff. But maybe, I do think we are going to meet the housekeeper in an upcoming episode. I think that's a plot point. We do meet the housekeeper.
Thank you for coming in, Sarah.
Never mind that, George. I only want to know one thing from you. Who killed Mr. Malloy?
Sarah's got that same Bill Malloy sass to her. I like it. That's how he'd come in there. Now, Sheriff, are you going to find out who killed me or not? I will say last episode had 4 actors in it, so I guess they could pay the 6th one for this episode.
That you are possibly the only completely honest person living at Collinwood.
What does that mean?
Well, let's take them in order. There's your little cousin, David. He's not exactly George Washington.
I know, David lies all the time.
Probably gets it from his father.
First of all, yes and yes. He is not exactly George Washington. Burke, obviously, they're referencing the I Cannot Tell a Lie cherry tree apocryphal story about our founding president. And then also, very true that he gets it from his father.
Did you have anything specific in mind?
No, just the feeling that somehow his death was connected with the Collins family, or the boats, or the cannery.
I mean, it's a pretty broad swath of all the things that matter in Collinsport, huh?
I want to talk.
Pretty creepy shoulder grab you got there, Sam.
And I just wondered if you happen to know what time it was. You noticed it.
And if the sheriff wants to know, he can ask me.
All right, Maggie. I'll ask you.
There you go, Sheriff.
What time did your father leave the house?
Dum dum
At
dum.
10:45. I happened to check my watch. And then I called the Naval Observatory and had them send up a balloon just to make sure.
Maggie Evans knows. No snitches. Maggie Evans got a t-shirt that says ACAB on it, is my guess.
He was not murdered. He slipped and fell.
There was no reason for him to slip and fall. There was a good reason for him to be killed.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the way that an argument works exactly, but you don't have one either, Carolyn. It's literally just hopes and dreams, and you say so.
Don't be fresh, darling.
I'm not being fresh, Pop. I'm scared.
Well, there's nothing to be scared of, Maggie.
No? Then maybe it's not you that I'm scared of.
Burke Devlin? Well, now, don't let that worry you. He talks a lot, but I'm still the law in Collinsport. And I better get back to my job.
I mean, weren't you just doing it, Sheriff? Right? Like you're there on official business asking Maggie?
I wish it didn't have to be this way.
This is the way it has to be.
Well, did it have to be that way, Burke? I don't know. You played her pretty cold. You told her the truth. Carolyn could have handled it better, I guess. Let's see who our actress was for the Mrs. Johnson. Clarice. What was it? I got to back it up. Hang on. Clarice Blackburn. Let's look her up since this is her first appearance. We'll make a little thing. Let's see where Clarice might be known from. Pretty famous American actress, it seems. Born February 26, 1921. She passed away in 1995. Best known for playing 3 characters on the cult series Dark Shadows. So she is around for the long haul, it seems. She was also in the 1957 movie The Violators in the role of Eva Baumgarten, excuse me. She was in Pretty Poison in 1968. Night of Dark Shadows in 1971, and Man on a Swing in 1974. That was her final film role. There you go. Welcome aboard, Clarice Blackburn as our Mrs. Johnson. All right, folks, stay tuned. Wherever you're watching this, you've got the next couple of episodes as we round out season 2. Just the DVD sets for Dark Shadows, but you're going to get those all wherever you are today. And then if you're on the YouTube, if you're watching these on YouTube, they're already a new batch. And actually, there's a couple of batches already ready over at our Patreon, patreon.com/Articulate Coven or articulatecoven.com/join. $2 or more a month gets you access to everything we do early and ad-free. Much love to our patrons. All right, we'll be right back in just a minute with more from Collinsport.